Welcome to Mama Cat's Home. Today I'm going to be sharing how that I make my garlic bread, or it's actually a cheesy garlic bread. I do it ahead of time. It's just something that keeps us from having to buy the frozen kind in the store, and I always have it on hand this way. And I actually like it better. So what I use is something like a Texas toast or some sort of thick sliced bread. This bread is usually pretty expensive, but I got it from the bread store for 99 cents, and it's really still super soft, but it's good to get a bread that is even a day old, or whatever you want to call it, and use it for this, or even if you just use your bread that's a little bit older. The other thing I use is some sort of garlic bread, or garlic spread, sorry. Some kind of seasoning that you like. This is one that we really like. We get it from Costco, and this little jar lasts a long time, but it has garlic and other herbs in it, and it's just really good. Today I'm using margarine. I don't normally use margarine. I usually use butter. I'll show you what I normally use, but I don't have enough. I usually use this from Aldi, but I don't have enough of it to do it all, and it's fine if you use margarine. It's not like you're eating it all the time, and it's fine. I use mozzarella cheese. I should have taken this out of the freezer beforehand, but I didn't, so it's still a little bit frozen, but that's okay. I can make it work. And also, I like to put Parmesan cheese on it. So I've got everything ready to go, and I'm going to put my bread down, and I'm just going to show you how I do one piece, and then go from there, like how I layer it, I guess you could say. But I'm going to go ahead and put some pieces onto my tray, just to get them out of the bag and get the bag out of the way. And when I do this, I'll do a couple of loaves at a time, and that way I have plenty of it in the freezer, and it works out great. So this right here is wax paper, and I'll use it again whenever I start to put these in the freezer. So what I'm going to be doing is layering the stuff on there that needs to be on there, and then I'm going to flash freeze it. I have another loaf of bread too, but I didn't bring it over here. So, and I'm not going to worry about it right now because I don't have enough space on these pans to do both loaves. So I just layer my bread onto my pan however it's going to fit. That way I know how much I can put on there, and it's like that. So then I take my butter or margarine, whatever I'm using, and I just put some on. Not a lot, but you need some on there to make this stuff stick. Then I sprinkle a little bit of this. Jeff, we get the other garlic kind so I can show them that. I sprinkle my seasoning on. The garlic over there in that thing, the garlic stuff. I put my cheese on top, and yes, some of it will fall off whenever you start to put it into the bag. I kind of smush it down into the butter, which it works out fine. You just put a little bit of cheese on there, because whenever you start to put this in the oven, whenever you want to eat it, you can take that cheese that fell into the bag and just stick it back on top, and it's less to do. So I get a bunch of these done at one time, and then I take this whole tray and I stick it in the freezer just like this, and I flash freeze it. And I'm going to go ahead and finish these up, and then I will show you what I do after they come out of the freezer. But this right here is another kind of garlic stuff you can use. It's a spice blend, and it's really good. Noah likes to put this on all sorts of things. So you can use whatever spice blend you like, even just using regular garlic or garlic powder. That's up to you, whatever you use. But whatever you would put on your garlic bread on a normal day. Okay, before these are put in the freezer, I wanted to tell you why I'm sharing this easy thing. Someone asked me how I do my garlic bread. So, whenever I was talking about how I freeze it or whatever. So that is the reason why I'm sharing this. Yes, it's easy, but it's also very cost effective. It saves money because those little boxes of garlic bread are like $2 to $3. And I might have spent $1 and maybe what, $1.50, $2 on all of this, and the others are, you know, you don't get this much bread. It's like 6 slices for $2 or $3, maybe more. I don't know. I haven't looked at it in so long. It may be more than what it used to be. But either way, it's cheaper. I know what's in it mostly. If I made my own bread, which I can do, I would know exactly what ingredients are in it, and it just saves money, and it also saves time, and you always have a little bit in the freezer if you need it. So we're going to stick this in the freezer, let it freeze through. It might take an hour, 2 hours, and then I'll show you what I do with it next. Okay, so this is the part that I really don't like about doing this. The reason why is my hands are super sensitive to cold, so this is really cold, and I try to do it as quickly as possible. So what I do is I grab my Ziploc bag, and you can reuse them. Just put garlic bread or whatever on them and use them several times. But you just pick it up off your pan after it is frozen all the way. And yes, some of this cheese will fall off into the bag, but that's okay. It's not going to hurt anything for it to come off, because all you got to do is pick it up from the bag and throw it onto your bread before you bake it. I don't know why that, I guess, okay. So, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying. So, this pan is clean. It just looks horrible. But I'm going to move it out of the way. And I did, sorry, the pan is in the way. I did clean this surface before I got started. So, don't worry. I'm not going to have my family eating dirt. Anyway, this is what I try my best to get it to work. I don't know if it's going to work this time. Watch. I'm on camera, so it probably won't. But I try to get all of these in here at the same time with the wax paper so that they don't stick together. I know this is ridiculous the way I do things, but this is just the way I do it. But anyway, I put it in here with the wax paper, and the reason why is, like I said, so it won't stick together. I'm not going to be able to do it. So I'm going to sit this bread right here. Pull this one back over. And then I'm just going to pull that wax paper back to the very, very back. And I can usually get half of the bread into one of the bags. And then the other half I put into another bag. So I have another bag over here waiting on me, but I just take it and I seal it up, zip it up, and then whenever I want to, let me get this sealed, try to get all the air out, because air kills your stuff. It makes freezer burn and all that stuff, and air is not your friend when it comes to food a lot of times, unless you're trying to fluff up something like, I don't know, a custard, or whipping up some whipped cream or something. But air is not your friend. So anyway, I seal it up. Then I throw this in my freezer just like this. Whenever I'm ready to cook this, I preheat my oven to 350 and I cook it for just a few minutes till it's just toasty and everything is melted. And we enjoy garlic bread without having to go to the store. We always have it on hand. And it's just super simple to make. So, like I said, the reason why I'm doing this video is because someone asked me how I did it and asked me to share. It's not a recipe. It's not hard to do, but it is a very good trick to save money, save time in the long run. If you don't have garlic bread and you wanted some, you can have it already in the freezer. You can just do it without that as well. You can use regular loaf bread as well as cooking your own, but that is the way it turns out before cooking. Some people do pre-bake theirs just a little bit. I don't like to do that because I don't like how hard the bread gets. So I just do it like this, straight from the freezer onto a pan and cook it up. So that is all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button. If you like my channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified whenever I upload. Leave me a comment down below. Do you make your own garlic bread, or maybe like garlic knots or rolls or anything like that? And remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.